Albion Online has been around for years, but is it still worth playing in 2025? The short answer to this is yes. The game continues to receive consistent updates, the player base is thriving, and the core gameplay remains as engaging as ever. Unlike many other MMOs, you'll never hear Albion players asking for classic servers. The game has stayed true to its original vision while steadily evolving. I will cover a brief introduction to Albion Online, the gameplay mechanics of the game, the content variety available, the monetization aspect, answer if it is pay to win, the platforms the game supports, and what are the implications of the above points on casual versus hardcore players, and lastly, how it compares to other MMOs. So what is Albion Online? Albion Online is a sandbox MMO where players have complete freedom to shape their own adventure. There are no preset roles, you are not some chosen one. Instead, your actions matter in a player-driven economy and world. Every item, including the loot you get from mobs, originates from the efforts of real players through an in-game system called the Black Market. One of Albion's defining features is full loot PvP. This might sound intimidating to players coming from traditional theme park MMOs, but Albion is designed around this concept. Gear is viewed as an expendable resource, just like potions or food. You're not meant to get attached to a particular set of equipment, and the game's economy ensures that losses are always recoverable. Now onto the gameplay mechanics. Albion Online utilizes an isometric view and adopts a mobile-style combat system that emphasizes strategy over button mashing. Its combat can be described as having a low skill floor but a high skill ceiling. It's easy to pick up, but incredibly deep for those who want to master it. Content variety and player freedom. Albion Online offers multiple ways to play, and you are never forced into any particular type of content. The free economy ensures that every playstyle has value, and you can always progress in your chosen area of interest. Power creep is minimal in Albion, even though balance changes happen regularly. The developers listen to player feedback and refine existing mechanics while introducing new ones. For example, Wall Gloves started off weak but got buffed, while Shapeshifter staffs were overpowered at launch and later nerfed. Despite many updates since launch, most content in Albion remains relevant, proving Albion's longevity as a mature MMO. A unique aspect of Albion is its organic content generation. Players create their own stories, whether it's a crafter hiring mercenaries to escort goods through a dangerous zone, or a gatherer narrowly escaping a gang squad. Albion is driven by its community. Monetization, and is it pay to win? Albion has a premium system which can be bought with in-game currency. While players can spend real money for an advantage, the game's full loot mechanics mean that gear is always at risk of being lost. Ironically, PvP players often encourage others to spend money because that means more loot for them. While gear is important, skill definitely matters more. On top of that, Albion provides plenty of ways to disengage from fights if you do not want to engage in them. Platforms and server population. Albion supports crossplay between PC and mobile, including the Steam Deck. The game has also expanded its servers in the past few years with the release of Asia server in 2023 and the EU server in 2024. This has significantly reduced latency issues and ensured a healthy, growing player base. However, one downside is that if you play at extreme off-peak hours like 4 to 7 in the morning, you might notice fewer players online. Casual versus hardcore players. Albion has made great strides in new player accessibility. There are more beginner-friendly improvements and guides than ever before. Compared to its early days when information was often gate-kept by veteran players, today's Albion is much more welcoming for newcomers. The game also has tiered zones where lower tier zones are non-lethal and you will not lose any loot if you die. Players can take their time before moving on to higher zones and can always switch back whenever they want to. There are also plenty of guilds catering to both casual and hardcore player bases, and it is relatively easy to find one these days. How it compares to other MMOs. Most MMOs today are theme park experiences where players follow a scripted journey with little impact on the world. Albion, in contrast, is a true sandbox, more akin to EVE Online, where every action shapes the game's ecosystem. There are no fixed path or progression, no fixed endgame loop, no one-size-fits-all build. If you're tired of cookie-cutter MMO formulas and want something more dynamic, Albion Online stands out as a refreshing alternative. The downsides. Albion is not perfect, and these are some of the major complaints. Some people find the freedom to be paralyzing. This is alleviated by the new Albion journal, which sets small incremental goals so that players have something concrete to work towards, if they wish to do so. Finding a guild that shares the same interests also goes a long way, but it has to be acknowledged that if you are a player who likes to be guided, who likes to follow a fixed set path, then Albion might not be the right game for you. Another complaint is that the meta dominates the combat gameplay. As with every game, combat balance is a never-ending process, and Albion is no exception. There will always be a meta which will cause frustration to a segment of players. One last complaint that I will point out would be the existence of monopolies. Examples would be cartels controlling the market, or large alliances controlling territories and castles in the Black Zone. Player agreements are always an issue in such a sandbox MMO. However, this is usually to the detriment of the players engaging in such agreements, as it deprives them of content, and as such, sooner or later the agreement will break apart. This can either be through boredom or some sort of betrayal in the alliances. However, you can't deny that in the interim, the game is less fun from it. In conclusion, Albion Online continues to thrive in 2025 thanks to consistent updates, a strong player-driven economy, and dynamic, organic content. The world feels alive and crowded, with real player interactions shaping the experience. If you're looking for an MMO that offers true freedom and meaningful risk versus reward, Albion Online might just be the game for you. And the best part is free to play, so there's no reason not to give it a try.